Sagittarius, welcome to your general reading for 1 to 8 April with me, Nelson, your psychic tarot reader. Speaking of April the 8th, April the 8th is a really profound date. It's a really, really profound date. And it's got a lunar eclipse, and if you don't know what a lunar eclipse is, basically here's Earth, here's the sun, moon comes in between, sort of blocks the light, you know. And it's sort of like auspicious, but it's a very magical time. And you know, when you look at time immemorial, you look at our ancestors, you know, the way that they used to operate, really living in very close harmony with the earth. You know, if you think of like the pagans and the witches, you know, people that really understood that there is so much more to us than just this human part. You know, for them, this was a magical period. This was really something to look forward to. So I want to let you know, Sagittarius, that there is really nothing to fear, and there is a lot to sort of like excitedly and with quite a lot of anticipation look forward to when it actually comes to April the 8th. So what I'm going to do is at the end of the reading, I'm going to draw for you 3 cards for April the 8th. All right. So Sagittarius, dealing with a Sagittarius, wherever you got Sagittarius in your chart, however you came across this reading, there is a message here for you. So open your heart to receive. Watch the reading from beginning to end so that the final message from the universe for April the 8th really makes sense to you, my beautiful Sagittarius. All right. Let's see what we have. What are the energies? What are the energetic influences, my beautiful Sagittarius, that have brought you to the point where you currently are? All right. What has brought you to where you are? Why do I hear the happy birthday song? You know? Why do I hear the happy, or like the tune? Because I was like, what has brought you to where you currently are? What has brought you here? I don't know. I don't know. But the cards shall reveal. I mean, that's the point of reading cards, you know? So, energies that have brought you towards where you currently are. You got the Ace of Cups, you got the Justice energy, Libra energy, Balancing energy, which is very much what the universal astrological zodiacal sort of patterns are about at the moment. So it makes my heart fucking happy to see this for you. It really, really does. Okay? And the Four of Swords. Alright, so it seems like someone has finally come to the party. Finally they came to the party. Like it's taken them long enough, you know, and this could be in a romantic connection or whatever it may be. But I sort of get the sense, Sagittarius, that you are, you know, maybe you've gone very much from, you know, just from this to that, trying to make life work, going through the motions type of thing. And I see that you got to the space where you were ready for new, you were ready for more. You were like, listen, either you're on board or you're not on board type of thing. I can see very much an energy like that. It has been operational here, Sagittarius, but it all came from the most beautiful motivation, which is peace. And when the motivation is peace, inner peace, honoring yourself, then you sort of can't go wrong, because you come from the space of really honoring yourself, giving yourself the love that you need, you know, before sort of like wanting it from someone else, demanding it from someone else, expecting it from someone else. That's really powerful. Okay? And that has brought a balance. So it's quite interesting where, you know, a lot of times we would like something from someone. You know, we would like it, we'd really appreciate it, but we don't really get it, you know, until we sort of say, well, you know what, whatever. It's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. And then you give it to yourself, you prioritize yourself. Then the other energies, the other people, the situations, the circumstances seem to sort of bend to your needs, your desires, your expectations, the hopes, the wishes, the things you wanted all along, because you change. So life mirror reflects differently back to you, because life just mirrors us. Okay? So you change, that's why everything else changed. And I can see that things got better for you, which I love. And it's like you were really ready to go to that next level. All right? It may have taken you a while to open yourself to it, you know, the expectation and whatever, but you're really at that space, my beautiful Sagittarius, where I can see that you are just ready. You are like, I'm ready. Let's do it. I love it. Okay? It's going to be interesting to clarify that one, and definitely to see what is that 8th of April message there for you. And if any of this resonates with you, Sagittarius, go ahead and place your hand on your heart. Take a nice deep breath and say yes to it. Okay? All right, let's see the energies in your current space. Eight of Swords, Temperance energy, Empress energy. Okay. So, here is probably your main message. Nothing needs to be all that complicated. Nothing needs to be all that challenging and all that difficult as you may have anticipated. One of the reasons why you may have experienced a lot of challenges, my beautiful Sagittarius, because maybe you expected it. Maybe you've come from a space that if you want something done, you got to be the one to do it. You know, nobody else is going to do it for you. And that is sort of a way that the typical Sagittarius energy, my beautiful people, how you can sometimes sort of like practice self-preservation. So what happens is, you know, people are not meeting the expectations that you have, and your expectations might be set quite high. And I mean, what's wrong with that? You know? But then people don't do for you what you might do for them or may have done for them, you know, and then that feels very hurtful and very painful. But then you get to the space where you say to yourself, well, if I want anything done, I got to do it myself. Nobody else is going to get it done. Nobody else is going to do it. I can't expect it from them. But that is sort of a thought that you want to leave behind. That is a belief that you want to leave behind, and I feel that you are very ready to leave that behind now. Life, remember, reflects our beliefs about ourselves. So when you come from a point and you say, well, you know, the right people come at the right time and they will do what I need and they will be there for me and I will get the support that I need, and I trust and I know and I believe that even if I don't have all the answers, that it will come to me, then it will come to you because you are opening yourself to that. But when you say, oh my God, nothing's ever going to work out for me and nobody's going to be there for me and people always let me down, then that will be your experience. Okay? You've been sort of out of sync with yourself in many ways, I actually feel, my beautiful Sagittarius, but you're coming back in sync with yourself, which is so beautiful. You know, your passion's coming alive, and I love this, and I'm going to actually encourage you to cultivate your passion, all right? I see that maybe, you know, and it doesn't really matter what it is. You know, let's say, I don't know, you found quite a lot of intrigue at some point by a pottery class. It doesn't have to be that you plan on opening a pottery sort of gallery and things like that. Well, we never know where things go. But maybe that was just a time when you just had fun. You just had a nice time. You just enjoyed it and you got your little wobbly pot or whatever. So maybe just do that again for yourself, you know. Try not to be too sort of like, I must do this, and if I just do this, it has to be like that. Let passion guide you. Let your passion lead you. All right? Let your heart lead you. Let your heart and your passion lead you. Okay? It won't lead you wrong. Let your soul guide you. Okay? Really, honestly. Let your soul guide you. Let's look at the energy going forward. 10 of Swords, 8 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. What? Everything becoming very clear. Everything becoming super, super clear here for you. You know? Sort of like in a sense of realizing how, I can see that for many of you, you've been trying to keep something together for such a long period of time, such an exhausting period of time, that you're kind of in the space of like, you know what, fuck this. And I see that is actually how you're stepping into your light. Because maybe your life was too much about other people and not enough about you. Doesn't matter who those other people are. All right? Let's clarify your reading, my beautiful, beautiful Sagittarius. If you are interested in expanding your life in positive ways, spiritual expansion, personal expansion, learning how to read cards, then go ahead and check out the links for my online courses in the description down below. Okay? Let's take a look at your recent past energies. Page of Cups, Lover's energy, Chariot energy. Not bad at all. So the forces of nature started to shift in your favor, to your benefit. And I kind of get the idea here that you kind of got tired of maybe someone just saying nice things, you know, or like the right words or whatever it might be. Like almost like, you know, sometimes people have this way of like saying almost like consoling things. Like they sound right and it's what we want to hear and it's what we like to hear. But maybe not always sticking to the word. I see that you got pretty much fed up with that. And somehow that person picked up on that energy because somehow they came to the party. Because they realized that they were either in or out. And that's the thing about energy. You don't have to say it to people. Something inside of them, you know, they realize it. And they may not have realized it like that, but they may have realized that, you know what, I haven't been totally fair to this person. You know? Maybe in words or in actions you're getting improved action, an apology, an explanation, some sort of verbiage thing that you didn't even expect. Isn't it beautiful? Giving you different choices, different options. Because it feels like you were just so responsible for everything, and like if it wasn't you, then nobody else was going to do it. But now, with this person coming on board, you get these options to even feel maybe your own tiredness, your own overwhelm. So if you got some resources that came on board, and then maybe you got sick, you know, that is because your body understood that it is finally allowed to take a break. So that's actually a good thing, all right? Sometimes our bodies are very tense and we don't allow ourselves to get sick because you have to do this and you have to do this and you have to check this box and that box. That is why a lot of times when people go on leave, go on holiday, go on vacation, they've got a very stressful life, they get sick initially because their body finally has a break and it can rest. Okay. Let's see what is happening for you in your current space. There's definitely some challenging, very, very hurtful emotions and feelings that needed to be dealt with. Okay. Oh wow, this is nice. So clarifying your current space, 2 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. So things are definitely shifting in your favor. I see positive shifts here in your everyday life, maybe sharing responsibility, relationships improving, maybe new relationships starting, ones that are not serving your benefit. You know, I see it like sort of like unraveling in a very beautiful sort of way. So it's not one of those things where, you know, there's like a shouting and a screaming match and this one points at this one. It's everything just shifts very beautifully for you. Beautiful family life they're coming for you, beautiful community life, beautiful everyday life, the beautiful things that you just feel sort of emotionally safe in your space. Because this is something a lot of people don't know about you, Sagittarius, is that you are really incredibly prone to anxiety. You know, because you go out into the world, everybody's like, how are you doing? Oh, I'm great. And it's like a ray of sunlight. And people often just expect you to be fine. Even if you say, oh, I'm not doing that well. People will be like, oh, no, don't worry about it. You know, you've got this. You've got this. You know, you're the Enlightenment type of thing. And you may have realized that a lot of people wanted you to shine. Because when you shine, it makes them feel better and more confident in their lives. But I see you've turned the tables here very successfully, and people are getting to see you for who you are. And I see a renewed sense of love here, all right? A renewed sense of love, where maybe the person that you were dealing with, it's just like they get a greater sense of respect for you, all right? Doesn't mean that they didn't love you, but it's almost like, you know, sometimes when you are very strong, people just assume that you can deal with anything. So you may be dealing with someone that didn't actually realize how much was actually weighing on your shoulders. But now they do, and that's beautiful. Okay? So the energy going forward, you've got the Judgment energy, the Devil energy, and the 10 of Pentacles. So someone might not be quite safe here with you. You may have put in them on a little bit of a probation. All right? But I see it's one of those probations of, okay, you know, I may have had some run-ins with you before, or similar energies to you. So let's put you on the probation. Everything is well, everything is great, everything is fantastic. Let's see if you stay with that. All right? And God's be with them if they don't. Because you're in the space where you might really like to work, make something work with someone, but if they end up being the one that saps your energy and your joy, then they got to go. And then look at that, you've got 2 10 of Pentacles energies for you in the energy going forward. This is really such a positive sign of your like that ancient knowledge that you carry through different lifetimes and dimensions really coming up within you. You really see your own worth and your own value, and then life begins to reflect that back to you. All right, that's really powerful. And if you resonate with that, hand on the heart, nice big yes to that. Like the video as a sign that you're on board with it. I always look forward to your comments. Remember to subscribe. Thank you for those of you that already have. Sagittarius, let's look at your energy for the 8th of April. So these cards, first two cards that came out, the Moon and the King of Swords, a little bit on the side they came out, which usually speaks to me a little bit about doubt, maybe some uncertainty. All right. Feel your feelings. It almost kind of, you want to be mindful though of not going into a space of either 100 or 0. That is where you are at, but someone else, another energy, may not be able, they may not have the capacity to fully meet that just yet. And it doesn't mean that they are coming from bad intentions. So be a bit mindful of a very cut and dry mindset. Doesn't mean that you have to take anybody else's crap, but be careful of almost being on the lookout for that one slip that they make. And then you're like, okay, well, that's it, you're up, you know? Because I see the opportunity here to really grow in beautiful ways in your own life with other people. So really beautiful potential here, but honor your feelings. Don't just suppress them, and be very careful of just saying, oh, well, you've done it now. You're out, there you go, bye. Okay? You might not fully appreciate that. So set your boundaries, but sort of don't be a bitch about it. Okay? So I really hope that it helps you, my beautiful, beautiful Sagittarius. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to connecting with you on the next video.